Hey everyone, Sage Valentine here. Welcome to my channel of the same name. Right now I'm going to review CBS's Under the Dome's season premiere, but I'm splitting it up into two parts. So right now is part one, which is actually episode one, entitled Move On. Basically, I am just as confused as you guys all are and probably were when you watched the episode, and watching it a second time gave me a little bit more clarity, but it doesn't mean that I'm still not confused, because I am just a teeny bit. But I will tell you that this episode was working in the present and the future, and nothing that's happening in the future is real. It is all orchestrated by Miss Melanie. And Melanie is doing what she can to make sure that everyone only stays focused on the present. And if anybody deviates and starts to realize that something's wrong, that this reality may not be real, she kills them off, as she did with Ben. This actually reminds me of an episode of Sci-Fi's Eureka, where they did that to some characters, and when one of the characters figured out what was going on, she basically was killed off. And the same thing happened to poor Ben, because Ben was about to warn Barbie even further and explain to him of everything that he had seen that had been going on in this new reality. But even though I watched the first episode and was confused the first time, I still realized that those three little dream-like sequences, those three lives, one of which belonged to Barbie, one belonged to Nori, one belonged to Joe, and partially there was a little glimpse of what was going on with Sam Vidreau. But none of that was real. And I feel like that woman, Christine Price, who is the so-called trauma specialist, she was put there as a plant by Melanie to make sure that everybody stays on course and only focuses on what's going on now. That's why they keep saying move on, don't look back at the past. Because if they start thinking about how everything was prior, they'll realize something isn't right. But obviously you can see that Barbie realizes it, because in the beginning of the episode, after everybody went, I guess, and followed Melanie, Barbie found himself alone, and he was trying to move his hands, and it was like all this sticky purple stuff all on him. And I think it was just on one hand, and he was like, tried to lift it, and it was like all gooey. And then he, like Ben, sees a glimpse of a woman that looks like Melanie. First, Barbie saw her in Yemen. Then he saw her, along with Ben, walking around in Chester's Mill. Speaking of Chester's Mill looked too perfect. Everyone was getting along. Nobody was fighting. No one was yelling. Everyone seemed different. And I am with Ben. There just was something wrong, considering that Ben never pulled out his asthma inhaler. And when he mentioned that, I think that was either his father or his uncle that was all of a sudden cured of their alcoholism. It just didn't make any sense. And then, considering how Chester's Mill looked outside of the dome after that rocket hit and completely just destroyed everything around the area, and then all that radiation, it doesn't make sense that these people would not only stay in the area and rebuild it, but that so much vegetation would grow outside of where the dome was. Then there's the whole thing with Miss Eva. Now, I was on Twitter and somebody was upset, and they're just like, Julia can't be dead. She can't be dead. No, I don't like Eva. I don't like Eva. I'm with you. I don't like Eva's character, only because I know that Eva's character is another avatar that was kind of planted within this future dream-like state by Melanie. And her job is, again, to keep Barbie moving forward and not looking back. Then there is the issue of the butterflies. Now, the butterflies have been nothing but helpful to the hands in season to the hands from season 1 and season 2, because they symbolize the protectors of the dome, and they could kind of communicate with the dome. They were the only ones in the town that could communicate, some of which included Joe McAllister, Nori Calvert Hill, Junior, or James Rennie as he likes to be called, and Angie McAllister. The thing is that seeing these butterflies attacking both Julia and Junior helped me realize that the butterflies are now the attack dogs for Melanie. And their job was to keep Junior and Julia away from the truth. The truth meaning those pods at the end of the episode. Now, do I think that eventually Big Jim is going to come to his senses? Yes, but I don't think it's going to happen at any time during the first couple episodes, because he's still on this whole, like, this town is finally mine. I don't care. I'm going to shoot you and kill you if I see you kick. But yeah, he's still mad at Junior because he basically gave Junior the eye for the eye by shooting him in the shoulder, because Junior did the same to him. As far as the rest of this episode goes, just because I have this explanation does not mean I 100% know what's going on. I still don't. And I'm going to have to watch the second episode to figure it out. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If there's anything at all that you want to discuss about this episode, or that you thought was important, that you want to, chat with me about, put it in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button. And subscribe to my brand of crazy. Don't forget to rate this video. Hit me up on Google Plus and Twitter, Sage Valentine. Until next time, you all take care. I will have part 2 done soon for you guys. And I will be working on Hannibal this weekend as well, because Under the Dome just threw me for a loop. And I was like, what in the heck is going on with this episode? But before I conclude, let me see if there's anything else that I need to talk to you guys about. No, I think that's about it. You all take care. I love you guys. Bye, guys. Bye.